Howdy, welcome back to Wobble Enjoy Sports. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you are a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. Terry, he's back after month long out in the wilderness, but he's back chiseled and grizzly, ready to call the Bulldogs versus the Dolphins, man. It's great to have you on. How are you?
Mate, look, I've been kicked out of my own office. So I'm in my lounge room at the moment. But yeah, look, this is where we're at. We're getting ready for the Dolphins to kick off, it looks like. Oh, mate, Sam, I thought the game kicked off at 8:05. That's how out of it I've been.
That's all right, man. I know you've been traveling time zones and everything, mate. I don't blame you for maybe still being off kilter. Now, it does look like we're about ready for kickoff, and I'll leave it over to you, bro.
Well, I have Josh Curran has just got the ball and been swarmed backwards. So do you want to let me know where you're at so we can sync up?
Go, you take it ahead, mate. Take it away.
Okay, we're on tackle 2 now. It's gone out to... Oh, mate. I don't even recognise that player from the Bulldogs as he goes. But we're out to Viliami Kikau. Kikau has... this is a good defensive set from the Dolphins as we come in. Connor Tracy on the 5th tackle, and they've only just got over the 30-metre line, Sam.
Yes, sir.
As the ball from the kick from Burton goes downfield, and that is a great start from the Dolphins.
Taken on the full there by Azarko, beats one tackle in really wet conditions out there at Accor Stadium tonight as he eventually plays the ball, and now it's in the hands of the Dolphins debutant in Max Fengai in jersey number 3. Katoa, dummy half, passes left infield for Avarillo, and he dummies and decides to take on Kikau. Not recommended. He's stopped there on the 40-metre line. Kofusi now has the hit up now. And I thought he was taken high there. Is the referee? Yes, the referee agrees. So that is that's a big call there. But I think we are in sync now there, Terry.
Great spot from you. We've got a shoulder charge from the first set, do we? From look like Kurt Donahue.
And it splits Sam Hughes as well, man, welcome back to first grade Sam Hughes. He's been out since, I think, round 1 or 2.
Yeah, and he just comes straight back to a shoulder, and that's a nice touch finder there from Katoa. Look, Sam, I'll just, before we go back to you, being in Sydney, it is weather for ducks.
Yeah, man.
Oh. It is weather for ducks.
Well, it would be remiss of us to say, not to mention that we hope that even though there has been some casualties, some deaths, that everybody in Taree, we are thinking of you. It is making the news. We are seeing it. I'm seeing it up here in Queensland, and Terry's living in New South Wales, so he can attest to how dangerous and wet it is out there in Sydney as the ball works its way left for Jack Bostock now. It's starting to pull. Thank goodness, Terry, that this game isn't getting played at Allianz Stadium, because then we really would be seeing the Ducks coming out 100%. Now we are about 3 minutes in on last tackle. Dolphins are right in front of the sticks, but 10 metres out. Nicarima received it at first receiver, put it in the crossfield kick. I think it's still last tackle. It's in the hands of jersey 17 for the Dolphins, but Kikau, with a slips catch.
Nice there from Viliami Kikau, saving the day from them. But this set here from the Dolphins and the pressure they're putting on came from the opening. Oh, that's a good shot there. It's a high shot though. This came from the opening set, the pressure that the Dolphins were able to put on the Dogs, and the return fire here. It's one penalty apiece for a high shot. Todd Smith, he's on it. Our boy Toddy, he's on it. So Matt Burton from right under the post. This was going to be a tough set for the Dogs to get out of their own end, but some relieving pressure. Has Matt Burton found touch? He has. What a kick!
Wow,
from under the sticks, 43 meters. Sam, that is a booming kick in these conditions as Josh Curran takes the first hit up close to the line, close to the halfway line as he just goes over. Reed Marnie in at dummy half to Connor Tracy, who bobbles it and drops it. Connor Tracy, safe as houses all season. And this is what the weather's going to do all night, Sam.
Yes, unfortunately so, man. But look, to the 15-odd people that are in the chat right now, thank you very much for coming in and saying g'day. Please follow the Hyperlink in the name of the title and go subscribe to Rugby League Outlaws, and also subscribe to Wobble Enjoy Sports as well. So, Terry, just quickly, before we see the scrum being fed, who was your tip tonight?
I don't like every time I tip the Dolphins, the opposite happens. And I've just been super impressed with the Dogs, so I've gone the Dogs tonight.
I've actually given the Dogs the benefit of the doubt, despite the mass of players out for the Bulldogs. But I am calling the Dolphins here, and the Dolphins are on the attack here through Francis Molo, and he's able to get to the 30-meter line inside Dogs territory now. And Katoa at first receiver runs deep into the line before getting it out to Nicarima, Farnworth, and now Bostock picks it up off of the bounce, and he's able to actually back his way to just shy of the 20-meter line here. Nicarima on fourth goes right, very flat to Katoa, who passed left, back left infield for Kofusi, but a great tackle from Josh Curran. Left to Katoa, last tackle, number 17, back to Nicarima and knocked on.
Yeah, these are the conditions now. Like, sunny day, that sticks. But, the conditions here have bailed the Bulldogs out. The Dolphins looked really good, then had them spread. There's Blake Wilson now on tackle one. It's Bronson Zeri. He goes into the middle of the field, takes the hard run into the middle of the field. Second tackle here. Burton goes across, and he goes early. I think he's going for a 20-40, but he'd stepped over the line. That's an interesting tactic. Marcelo Montoya has got Jake Avarillo here. And number 12, I didn't know who his name was earlier. It's Harry Hayes.
And he definitely had the distance for it, but no, it was Avarillo that had it nicely covered there as Zarko is met by a few Dogs defenders there. And this here again is the Dolphins debutant, Max Fengai. This is third tackle, and the first 6 minutes have gone. Despite the conditions, the Dolphins are playing a bit of footy in the rain, man. I think you alluded to that just a moment ago, as Donahue now at hooker passes right infield for Olren Keeley, I think that is. And he's able to get up to over halfway. And now it's last tackle. Katoa receives it on the right, puts the ball up. Dolphins are chasing. Tracy's under it. Tracy does well.
Tracy does well to take that, and it's good that early drop hasn't affected his nerves off this one. As Burton picks up a cheap 10 to 15 meters going blindside there. Connor Tracy open side to Marcelo Montoya, who's over the 30-meter line. The Dogs have responded pretty well from the Dolphins' early pressure here, Sam. As we've got an interchange. We've gone to the bench early. Number 16 for the Dogs, is it? Oh no, he started. Sam Hughes. He has started, and Burton another kick early downfield. And over to you.
And Avarillo takes it about 5 meters out from his own try line, gets up over the 10, plays the ball now. And this is Jermaine Zarko now, who's met by Haywood. And I believe Harry Hayes there as well. Second tackle still inside their own 20. And this is Bostock now putting his hand up for a carry. And Josh Curran, who returns from I think it was a 3 or 4 week suspension, makes that tackle. This here, Herbie Farnworth, that's his first touch of the game, I think. And that's a good hit up. Fourth tackle now, scoot to the left-hand side by Donahue, and he picks up an effective 10, but not before he drops the ball. Good shot by Reed Marnie, man.
Yeah, great shot by Reed Marnie, and this is as I said, the Dogs have wilted the early pressure, and now it's time for them to get some ball in the Dolphins area. They did have a set earlier. Connor Tracy dropped it on tackle one. That's just a good shot. That's a good shot.
Can you believe that Harry Hayes used to be a winger? Like only 2 or 3 years ago, Harry Hayes was a winger, and now he's sort of playing in the second row, front row. Like, what a massive frame he must have, man.
Mate, that is I believe, and I haven't backed it up, but Cooper Cronk debuted in the second row for the Storm.
I got to fact check that, yo.
Yeah, or off the bench, and he was playing in the back row. But anyway, we're here now with the Dogs. Bailey Haywood goes across, and Josh Curran. I've got Josh Curran tonight. I'm on Josh Curran to score a try, Sam.
You've done well whenever you've been on Wobble Enjoy Sports, mate. Okay.
As we have Viliami Kikau getting the ball out to Haywood, and he gets it onto Sexton, and there's been a head clash. Immediately, Kurt Donahue has gone down. That was a nasty head clash. We got a penalty here as well.
And just another fact.
Head clash.
No, we'll see the replay, but another fact here from rugby league history. Thank you, Sterlo, for Parramatta debut at fullback. That is interesting. I never knew that too. Oh, a head clash indeed.
That's not a penalty.
Yeah, hopefully it was for something else, man. But yeah, ow.
Yeah. Unless they've got him for leading with the head, but yeah, okay, fair enough. That's like someone said the other day about halves running around. They said Jerome Hughes is the most pure halfback running around the competition, but he's a fullback.
Who the hell said that? Who said that, man? Oh
Mate,
my
you just
goodness.
people on social media, seeing people on social media.
Isaiah Katoa is a pure halfback, man. My goodness.
Yeah, he is a pure halfback. And they decided last year. Remember, he debuted in the 6, and they had Sean O'Sullivan in the 7. It was outrageous
Yes.
to everybody. The minute they put him, oh no, it was the first year for the Dolphins. The minute they put him in the 7 jersey, he was bang on it. But yeah, Kurt Donohue's going to have to go off with the HIA. That was a nasty head clash. That looks like a broken nose.
Far out, man. Well, I wouldn't imagine he's going to come back out. So Raymond Stone, Ray Stone, he's on report for whatever happened in the tackle that led to this penalty. So you'd imagine Stone reverts back to being a hooker potentially. I'm just going through the team list now.
Yeah, you'd have to say.
Or Harrison Graham, in jersey 14 for the Dolphins. He can come off the bench and now play himself 70 minutes.
Yeah, he's just run onto the field. So Harrison Graham will be playing the number 9, the dummy half role for the Dolphins as Matt Burton lines up this shot at goal here to give the Dogs an early 2-point lead and just to weather some of them nerves. But yeah, great start to this game here, Sam. 2-0 Dogs.
2-0 Dogs. And I tip the Bulldogs, Terry, just because it's their full strength spine that they're dealing with, man. And there's nothing against Jake Averillo or Katoa or whatever, but you've got to give the team who's leading the competition by a couple of cogs the benefit of the doubt in a tricky tipster's nightmare sort of a season, don't you?
Yeah, well, and the other thing as well is they kept Bronson Zeri, they kept Marcelo Montoya, they've kept Viliami Kikau, Bailey Hayward's still there. He gives them another option, and they haven't lost their halves, as you said. So it's their first choice spine. Look. It was a toss of the coin for me, but yeah, I end up with the Dogs as now Big Sam Hughes takes a nice hit up. He's getting pushed sideways, not backwards, getting pushed sideways on the first tackle here. And Blake Wilson's off his wing to have a run.
Oh, he's my crush in the NRL at the moment. If he ever came off contract, Blake Wilson, oh my.
Ooh, we'll get some Blake Wilson love. You'd love him. You'd love him at Townsville, would you?
Wilson.
Bailey Hayward is driven back in an aggressive tackle. This is the risky run in these kinds of conditions. I know the 2 points was nice. That's going to Tracy drop the ball again. Oh,
now Marnie and Molo. Gee whiz, that's a short wick to friggin' explode right there. Marnie versus Molo there. But I've got to say as well, just quickly, look, it's the Dolphins' first ever game at a core stadium. Oh, is it a high shot?
I think Francis Molo might be in trouble here.
Is it?
I think he might be in some trouble here.
Well, just quickly, as I see a replay here. Well, no, I think he's okay.
Okay, I think he's okay. He didn't swing the arm.
Yeah. No. So it's the Dolphins' first ever game at a core. I get that, and you can't help what the weather's going. You can't predict the weather, right? Mm-hmm. But for the Dolphins fan base or whatever fan base the Dolphins have in Sydney, surely this game had to be played at Belmore and not in the 80,000 seated stadium on the Thursday night.
Yeah, look, I'm with you. I know the NRL was pushing for these games to go, like pushing for teams to go to big stadiums, but mate, I'm with you. Give me suburban parks.
Now the Dolphins here. This is second tackle with Oren Keeley. Put down there by Curran. They're about 28 meters out of the Dolphins. This is Kofusi. One off the ruck, getting up over the 20 by a few meters, sliding on the grass there. Play the ball. Left by Graham to Katoa, left to Keeley, and Keeley is taken down 10 meters out. They're left to the sticks here. Fourth tackle. Graham goes back right to Katoa. Out the back right to Stone. Right to Averillo. Right to Fenga on debut. Then right to Isarko. Oh, and in the slippery conditions, I think he smashed it on the grass. I think that's a try, Terry.
It looked like a try. It'd just be interesting. They've awarded it. It'd be interesting to see where he has actually planted this, whether he got a bit of chalk. But look, Katoa, one of the best finishers in the game, and Yeah, I just said it. You take the 2 points, and it's the risk you run in these kind of conditions here. I think the Dogs, it was their first time, with a little bit of ball in that area. Now, he scored that try there, no doubts. But a bit of ball in the area for the Dogs, and they were just going to have a new set of 6. You had to put some kind of pressure on the Dolphins, but, the Dolphins have forced a second mistake out of Connor Tracy, and here we are. It's first try, Jermaine Azarko, and my bet's gone out the window, so...
Well, that's incredible balance there from Misako in wet, slippery conditions to jump from 5 meters out at full speed and not slip in any way, shape, or form. That's a really impressive try. But he is a veteran, though, Jermaine Azarko, and just seeing it from head on here, that's a great effort from Jermaine Azarko.
And if you want to talk about players being in unusual positions, Jermaine Azarko is a Sharks junior. And he was a 5'8" for us in Harold Matts and SG Ball. And he went home to New Zealand, and Shane Flanagan was trying his hardest to get him to come back, and he wouldn't do it. He would not come back. And the Brisbane Broncos signed him as a fullback and stuck him on the wing. Now look at him go. We've got some treatment here for Matt Burton.
I did not know he was a junior, Terry, for the Sharkies. Is Zarko from right on the touchline. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, he nailed that.
Oh, well done. But the concern here is for Matt Burton. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's going to come off. Don't know. I think he might work through it for the next couple of sets here, Terry.
Did he take a boot to the face? Is that what it is? Is that?
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah, he took a boot to the face. Yeah. Yeah, Jermaine Azarko, Cronulla Jr.
Man, well, 6 points to 2 after the first 14 minutes, and it's been end to end, a fair chunk of errors to boot. But the Dolphins, they're playing Sunday afternoon footy in Thursday night wet, rainy conditions at the moment. They're doing pretty okay, but there are errors as well. But Francis Molo takes the hit up, and he's stopped just short of the 20-meter line here, and this is Keeley. Up over the 20 he goes, and he centralizes the Dolphins attack here. Stopped about 2 meters shy of the 30-meter line. Graham goes right, Kofusi, one off the ruck, and that's good defense, market defense by Hayward. Third tackle, Graham goes right. This is Fenafuiaki, who's been in the Origin squad, Queensland Origin squad, for the past few days. So
that's a crush for me, Fenafuiaki.
And then we've got Avarillo, fullback, just one off the ruck, up to halfway. And then Graham passes right to Katoa down the short side. And it's put up sky high, Terry.
It is, and it's going down to Connor Tracy. And again, he's taking a bomb. Now, just before we get into this, we got a penalty here? Or do we have a penalty? Or we got a HIA for Matt Burton. Yeah, we got a HIA for Matt Burton. George Allen let us know he had a Big Mac and chips for lunch. George, I took on the 1 kilo Tex-Mex burrito at lunch today, and you'd be happy to know that I absolutely nailed it. Emu King has said, "Sup, brothers? What's going on, Emu King?"
G'day, Emu. G'day, mate. George Allen. I had a Big Mac and chips for lunch. I think I had myself some granola and a ham and cheese croissant today, mate.
Hey, so you're looking after yourself here as number 17, Luke Smith has come on. That'll probably shift Bailey Hayward to 5'8". Now, while Matt Burton undergoes his HIA, as Blake Wilson takes the hit up into the middle of the park, and there is a penalty here for offside from our boy Toddy Smith, and Reed Marnie's letting them know all about it. Reed, you're behind 6.2 on the scoreboard, mate. Just shut up for a minute.
Alrighty, well, Toby Sexton now has to step up. Hayward, though, he is a very handy player.
Mate, Hayward absolutely carved us to pieces. The first game that Matt Burton missed was against the Sharks at Shark Park, and Bailey Hayward was the best player on the ground by far, so he can do it. As Luke Smith, straight into the action. Loves this. I love it. Get off the interchange bench and get yourself a hit up, Luke Smith. As we come, we come short side here. Harry Hayes takes the ball. He juggled it. Sam and I's heart in the mouth. It comes open side to Hayward, to Sexton, inside to Josh Curran. Here goes Curran with a nice offload to Reed Marnie. And it's back out to Harry Hayes here. And the Dogs, they've got some attacking ball here. Last time they were down here, got a penalty, took the 2 points. Open side here to Hayes. Sexton inside to Zeri. He's had some love off this inside play here. Zeri playing on the right tonight. He's been left centre all year for the Dogs, playing on the right. As we now go, Harry Hayes, 5th tackle. Harry Hayes getting himself involved here. Loves a bit of a run. Oh, here we are. Try time. Try time. Blake Taff. Kick for himself. Hit some feet. Oh, we've got a no try.
Okay, so it looks like we're going back to the play the ball, I think, but Blake Taff may have scored a ricochet try. This is Taff's first game in first grade.
I think they're saying it comes back off Taff's arm. It does, yeah.
Sure
Taff's got that on. Mate,
Sure
Todd Smith not missing that.
Oh, he missed a couple of things in Cowboys versus Panthers drew a couple of weeks ago, but I'll keep that in the freaking review mirror.
Well, he missed Scott Drinkwater kicking the ball and your player being 15 metres offside.
I said it live. I agree with you. I absolutely said so. That he missed that 100%.
I will stand here to a T and live, Sam, live, I didn't think he kicked it. I didn't think it touched his foot. Saw one replay and I was like, well, I need glasses, don't I?
Yeah. I thought he touched it. I put it on initial bit. So what's the call here? So is it a knock on Dolphins first?
Yeah, it's a knock on. No, it's a knock on for Blake Taff. Blake Taff, sorry.
All right, so Katoa's got the ball in the hands, and first 16 minutes have gone. And it's a willing contest. There's errors, but it's a willing contest. And Katoa just waiting and feeds it. It's won by the Dolphins, and it's spun out to the right-hand side for Azarko. Great strength by Azarko. You've got Kikau and Marnie on you as well, and he did not move an inch just then as Max Fengai fights his way towards the 20-meter line here. Dogs showed a fair bit in attack just then, by the way, so I think they'll definitely score some points here tonight. As Finafuiaki is picked up there by Luke Smith and co, and he's dropped. He plays the ball. This here is Francis Molo up over the 30 and actually fights his way to just shy of the 40-meter line. 4th tackle now. Graham goes right. Katoa going for a 40-20 attempt. It's actually not too bad still. Is it going to go over the dead ball line?
No.
Jack Bostock!
Jack Bostock might have got there.
We got to go to the video referee. It's no try, but my goodness.
I think Bostock got there.
Oh, Tracy. Bostock. Oh, Bostock's gone right over the... He's gone over the top of it.
He's gone over the top of it. Oh, Bostock. What are you doing, son?
Oh.
What, has this gone dead off Tracy?
I think it's gone dead off Tracy, bro.
Oh, my God. Jack Bostock had the opportunity to score a ripper of a try. Here we are. No, that's off Tracy. That's off Tracy. That's going to be a line dropout. That's a great result. That was a great kick.
It was a great kick. I thought it was a 40-20 attempt on 4th tackle, and then it just looked like it had too much air. But, I guess that is such a smart kick, knowing that the water is going to probably stop it from bouncing from too far. Oh, and Bostock has another freaking great moment. Another slip catch in this game. Oh, only Bostock. Graham now right to Nick Karima and then right to Kofusi. Yeah, that was a bit of a squib kick there. And now it's working its way to the right-hand side. Oh, Katoa met there by Kikau. Good defense there by Viliami Kikau. It's 3rd tackle here. They're about 13 meters out, right of the sticks, and now they're working their way back left in field. Dolphins running right to left, and Molo gets up and plays the ball. It goes right to Katoa, passes right to Avarillo, right to Fengai. Fengai fighting, but a jersey grab there by Luke Smith saves the day. Azarko at dummy half left. Last tackle, Avarillo, Katoa kicks, and it's missed, and it's going to be grounded. I think it's going to be a goal line dropout, Terry.
It's going to be a goal line dropout, yeah. They were able to knock the ball dead. Isaiah Katoa, his kicking game, he's got the Dogs in all sorts at the moment. What a kick that was. Toby Sexton, look, that's unfortunate. He got his hands to that, and the ball just went straight through. It's like a bar of soap out there. Connor Tracy knocks it dead. And then number 14, Falcons himself. This is an entertaining game. Harrison Graham has come on and made an impact.
Yes, yeah. And another squid kick. Oh, taken on the fly there by Harrison Graham. Oh, now he's knocked it on. It's a knock on. Bulldogs survive. What the hell was the go with that goal line dropout, man?
I just said that Harrison Graham's had an impact, and look at that. He's knocked the ball on, Sam.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse. I got him. The commentator's curse is real. Yeah, look. As I said, the ball's a bar of soap at the moment.
Yeah. But that goal line dropout went about 3 meters high and went 11 meters far, man.
Yeah. Just to let you know how bad the weather is down here, Sam, it's Thursday at 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon today. All Sutherland Shire soccer and rugby league has been cancelled. So they're not playing on the weekend at all. So, yeah, here we go. Connor Tracy. Is that Connor Tracy? No, it's not. That was number 17, Luke Smith. He absolutely loves it. These guys with the small, short back and sides, it's pretty difficult out here to see. But there's one haircut that you'll never get mistaken. That's Viliami Kickoff now, third tackle after the 30-meter, fourth tackle after the 30-meter line, as Marcelo Montoya comes off his wing and just gets absolutely smoked. It's not Marcelo Montoya either.
Sexton puts in the kick in. It's a penalty to the Bulldogs. Hit late or hit off the ball by Big Frankie Molo.
I give Lipoi Hapoi an apology there because it looked like he'd he's in the air. It's a penalty. It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones where it's not dangerous and it hasn't hurt anyone, but you can see like a broken leg come out of that.
Yep.
And now Molo's off for HIA. Yeah, his coach has called him a dumbass and hooked him.
And Donohue is back out there.
Nose strapped up, and here we go as Hapoi has taken the first tackle, and it's here to Reed Marnie open side, and that goes to Harry Hayes. He's getting through some work, Mr. Hayes. Open side here, Sexton on to Curran, and Curran goes through. And he's stopped 3 meters short of the line there. If Josh Curran had scored, I think it would have had a conniption. Hayward goes open side. Here we are, Taff inside kick out. That's a great tackle there. Taff again. He's taken down. The Dogs are playing some expensive footy now. They're playing some expensive footy open side here. Hapoi just takes the one off. They set themselves open here. They're going to bomb to the corner. No, they're going short side here. Taff puts the grubber kick in. And Azarko, he ain't having any of that. What are your thoughts on the opening 20 minutes of this game here, Sam?
A bit hard to fathom what's going on, but Dolphins definitely on the scoreboard. Momentum-wise, they are the better team. Katoa's kicking game, as you said, has been the difference so far. But Blake Taff, man, he's done a couple of things already tonight that might prove to be tricky for the Dolphins to handle.
Yeah, Blake Taff is one of them players who's too good for New South Wales Cup, but might not be, good enough for the number 17 or to get in the 17 every week. As we see on the screen, Matt Burton has passed his HIA. I think Blake Taff, there's a Super League contract there coming for him. As we go open side now to Lipoi Hapoi, takes it open here into the middle. Bailey Hayward. And we've got Kickoff coming back in now. The Dogs are 10 metres out from the line. Tackle 3 here. Some extra work done to Kickoff on the ground. Connor Tracy catches that one. Gives it to Curran. Fourth tackle. These teams are doing very well in the conditions, to be fair here, Sam. As a short ball here and an offload from Marnie. Some second phase play here. And it's grounded in goal by the Dolphins. So we're going to get another line dropout. Look at that puddle. Look at those puddles. They just go on sliding.
Yeah, they got to start, both sides to a degree, need to start using their forwards a bit closer to the line. Both are a little bit too kick happy. I get that can be an advantage, but I think they've got to start getting their forwards just bashing it up forward a little bit more.
Do you really want to play crash balls close to the line with the ball like a bar of soap, though? Or are you try and spread them and see if I know the sideline becomes an extra defender. That's a shocker of a dropout. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty to the Dolphins. The ball didn't cross the plane.
Totally understand and get your point about props maybe not being able to handle the ball for sure, man. But yeah, but if you find the right line, or if you had like a Breton Nikora, for example, finding the right line, no one's catching him on the perfect running line by Nikora, man. So you know what I mean? Like if there's a fast-paced enough forward that finds the right line, no one's going to be able to tackle him in these slippery conditions. As Keeley has the hit up, and Graham waits a dummy half, passes right in field. The GOAT, Nichols, is out there and he gets up over the 40 and he's stopped about 5 short of halfway. So about 24 minutes is gone in this first half, and I think that's Ray Stone having a hit up, playing the ball. Graham scoots to the right-hand side, and he's taken down there. He's been good since coming on, man. Donahue, right to Katoa, right to Avarillo, right to Fengai. Fengai beats one tackle, but he is eventually brought down. And the Dolphins, in the blink of an eye, have gotten down to the 20. Katoa on last tackle, puts the ball up. Avarillo and Donahue are chasing. Oh, and it's taken by Tracy, but I think he was hit mid-air. No, play on, Terry.
He wasn't. Connor Tracy takes that one nicely. Probably his toughest catch of the night is Marcelo Montoya. That was Marcelo Montoya getting smoke coming off his wing this time. But he won't shirk away from that Marcelo, as Blake Wilson has taken the third tackle and the Dogs are 10 metres out from their own line. The Dolphins are all over this one here, Sam. They're all over at Bronson Terry. That's a good run. That's a good run. I'm happy he's back playing really, really good footy, Bronson. There's open side here. Haywood throws the dummy. Oh, and he's dropped it. He's lost that ball. This is what I mean. Are you gonna play that crash ball with balls like a bar of soap, Sam?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
look, conditions like this are absolutely awful. See, I think that's a disruptor. Yeah. Conditions like that tonight are absolutely awful, and the only team that's reacting to the conditions or playing to these conditions perfectly are the Dolphins. Now, I think that ball may have been helped out there by Fini Fuiaki, but look, no challenge from the Dogs. Haywood was just happy to say that it was an error, and over to you. The Dolphins are on the attack.
From 30 metres out, they had the scrum all the way out of the right-hand side. It's worked its way to the left-hand side, and I think that was Wilson who made the stop there. So they didn't make any territory. They didn't go forward in any way, but here's Nichols now. But he's not able to make too many metres on that occasion. It's second tackle. Graham right to Donahue at first receiver. Now Katoa, he was put back under. Left to Nikorima. Dummies. Then he puts Farnworth back under, and he's stepping and fends away, but it's Harry Hayes that sticks to him like glue, and Farnworth gets to the 20-metre line. Dolphins are central. Third tackle. They go right. Stone. Flat. Oh, for Donahue, who's met there by Hopoi and Kickow, and he's dragged back to his own 20. The Dolphins are running right to left, and Graham from dummy half passes left to Katoa, left to Nikorima. Nikorima puts the kick on. Tracy chasing. Tracy has to ground it, but I think there might be a call here for Farnworth, who may have been taken off the ball, Terry.
Well, he's begging. He's begging for it. I don't think Todd Smith's having a butt. Oh, he has. He's gone up. I think Todd Smith has just said no try to get Herbie Farnworth out of his face. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I think that the Dogs players held their line. And that was looking live. So the replay may show a completely different thing. I didn't have a problem with that. Connor Tracy has mopped that up. Let's just go straight onto the dropout. Look, no one's changed their line here. No one's changed their angle. Bronson's Blake Wilson has last minute. Why? Why did you do that?
I don't think Farnworth was ever going to get there, but Wilson.
He's going to the bin now.
Is he?
He has to go to the bin.
Yeah. Well, waiting for confirmation, but Matt Burton now.
Yeah, well, they call him Blake Wilson now. They're definitely saying it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty, whether he goes to the bin or not, but it's going to be a penalty and a chance for Jermaine Ozarko to take the 2 points. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like Wilson's going to go to the bin. It wasn't a try-scoring opportunity. But, you'll get 2 points here for Jermaine Ozarko, who'll come in off his wing and should slot this one over nicely. So,
sorry for the radio silence there. Yes, okay, so Zarko's got ball in hand. He's going to take the shot for 2. Matt Burton has come back out onto the field. Wilson, it's a very silly play there from Blake Wilson, man.
Didn't need to do it. He was never going to get to that ball.
No, man, no.
I mean, I guess the risk that you take there is, the way that the ball, as someone has said here, Rugby League history said the ball's covered in baby oil. So, yes, I agree with that, but you've got to back your fullback. He had miles of room there, and Connor Tracy would have been smart enough to just ground that ball.
Alrighty, to the 16 odd people that are in the live chat right now, thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to Wobble Enjoy Sports and Rugby League Outlaws. Follow the hyperlink in the name of the title. As Zarko shoots and scores, it's now converted try the difference, 8 points to 2 after 27 and a half minutes of play, man. And the kicking game, Blake Taff has had one or two moments that has put the Dolphins defense under pressure, but mainly Katoa and Nicarima, the kicking game in the wet weather. I was talking about maybe having forwards bash up forward, but I think Terry's plan of having kicking the ball early and maybe even spreading a little bit is actually the key to victory here tonight, man.
Yeah, look, I think, the risky run that close to the line, the ball popping out, but that can happen anywhere on the field in conditions like this tonight. So the Dolphins, their game plan, they're executing it perfectly at the moment, but we all know that the Dogs have been slow starters. Watch for their second half haymaker.
100%, as Keeley now has another hit up and struggles to get up, but finally does. And Graham scoots to the left-hand side and makes an effective 12-meter carry there from dummy half. He's been great coming off the bench. Now, Nicarima at dummy half passes right infield here for, I think that's Donahue now, just having a hit up there. And Graham, dummy half left for Ray Stone, up over halfway. This is last tackle. They've made 45 meters here, the Dolphins. And now this looks like Katoa who puts it up in the air, mate.
Comes down Montoya. He's been pretty good, pretty safe tonight. As Marcelo, he's taken some hit ups that most wouldn't want to. As Blake Taff now goes into the middle of the field, gets monstered but keeps going here. Blake Wilson comes open side. Yeah, and he's driven back. Man, I'm telling you, the Dolphins, they're bang up for this tonight. They sense an opportunity with the players that the Dogs are missing, and they've come here to cause the stir as Moran is smoked. What a shot. And Burton on the fourth tackle. He kicks long. He's got angle. Avarillo's there.
Avarillo is there to save the day once more. He's had a good couple of moments like that tonight. I just want to make some mentions to some of the comments here. Oh, as the Dolphins make an error by Zarko, all bugging me dead. Here's an opportunity for the Bulldogs. Having played the Dolphins many times as a junior, this is definitely their favoured conditions. The tougher, the better. Emu King reckons. Got some inside info there for Raz. How do I feel about Robert Toya going into Origin? Honestly, man, I don't know what to make of it. I've seen bits and pieces of his class, but I haven't seen enough to pop him in, to be honest with you. But Billy Slater knows more than me. And Galaxy Footy, if Bulldogs go another first half without scoring a try, this will be hilarious.
Mate,
yeah.
As a fellow Queenslander at Origin time, I on Rugby League Outlaws said that I was very worried about this Queensland team, and Robert Toya has been thrown into the deep end having to take on Latrell Mitchell. But we can discuss that at halftime. Sam, as Marcelo Montoya on the second tackle here, he's fighting his way out, comes open side to Harry Hazer, goes inside to Kurt Moran. I like Kurt Moran. Good player. Very, very good player. Comes open side Haywood. I thought he was going to go decoy kick out on the charge there, but nice tackles, nice numbers there from the Dolphins as we've got a set restart here. First one of the game, I believe, as Hapoi gets turned back under. The Dogs will just play some field position here before they have a crack down this short side. As Reed Marnie goes by himself and he's held up. Yeah, good call straight away from Todd Smith. He's held up. 9 minutes to go here in the first half as Reed Marnie comes out, and he'll play the ball. Burton will be in at dummy half, goes to Bailey Haywood. Haywood open side to Sexton, inside to Josh Curran on the third tackle here. Nice from Reed Marnie to have a crack at them early, just to let them know that that's on tonight. Matt Burton, he has a dummy and run. That's another good play from Burton as well to let them know that he's going to be running tonight in these dreadful conditions. Haywood goes short side, kick out. He's held up and pushed back. He's driven back.
Graham.
Fifth tackle here for the Dogs. And what are they going to do? They go open side to Burton, who sticks it up in the air. Bronson's area under it, pretty good under the high ball. And it's dropped, and there's a try.
If it's not a try, it is just going to be another set here for the Bulldogs. But that initial call is knocked on by Jack Bostock, in my opinion.
He's saying first knock on from Bronson Xerri.
Really? Okie dokie.
Yeah, they've sandwiched Bronson Xerri here, so if he wasn't able to have a crack at it, or has he got a hand to it? He's hit that back.
Yeah, if he has touched it, it's gone backwards, and then Bostock has touched it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, that's not a knock on. That's gone back from Bronson Xerri. Oh, has it? First, yeah, I think that's gone back. The first replay definitely looked like it went backwards. His hand. The problem is his palm's facing sideways, so they're probably going to get him for a knock on here.
Bugger if I know what the bunker's going to call, Terry.
Oh, I think that's gone backwards, but I think that the safest call there is just to go with what Todd Smith said. But Hapoi, they're going through, they're looking at the grounding.
Oh, they're rewinding now.
They're having a look here to see what Hapoi does.
Or it bounced off Hapoi.
He's caught that. Is that a try?
Terry, they're going to the put down.
It's a try. They've cleared the Bronson Xerri. Thank you. Straight away, I thought that went backwards. They've cleared that. And Hapoi, my boy, has scored.
That might be his first try in the NRL, if I'm not mistaken. It wouldn't be no more than freaking 3. But yes, it's just come up for me, confirmed. Try.
He's had good impact coming off the bench here. And the Dogs played for the field position, put the kick up. These kind of conditions here are bombs of lottery, Sam.
Yep. 100. Yep. You've been calling that all night, man. And credit to the bunker. We've seen that go other ways, man. So credit to the bunker and well done. As Matt Burton, Terry, over the black dot.
Yeah. Now, Emu King has said Trell Mitt is prone to a brain explosion every now and then. So 50-50, I reckon. Remember the 1995 Devil Nobodies? I don't really, because I was only 9 at the time. But what I will say is Trell Mitt is prone to an explosion in the NRL. When it comes to Origin, that guy is the most disciplined person you've ever seen. Nelson Taddick has said we're live streaming NRL. I don't think we are. And Adam Reynolds confirms that he's been approached by the Tigers.
Stick around at halftime to the 17 people. We'll talk about that and a little bit more.
We'll talk about everything. We're 7.5 minutes to halftime. All the good stuff's going to come, Sam. The Dolphins kick off here. It's a nice high one. And Hapoi, the try scorer. He goes for a run. Toby Sexton telling Josh Curran to get out of there as Blake Wilson comes off his wing. Takes it open side.
Good carry.
Yeah, good carry from Blake Wilson. One of them guys is just so reliable. And, doesn't play a lot of first grade, but when he comes in, doesn't make many mistakes. He's just someone that Cameron Ciraldo, and we've got an attempt at 40-20 here from Reed Marnie. This will be huge before halftime, but the water has held it up.
Well, Naparillo takes it inside his own 10, and he's met on his own 10. Jack Bostock scooted to the left-hand side, but Sexton, great market defense from him. Nicarima at dummy half, passes right to Farnworth, and he stops on his run, and he's met there by 4 Bulldogs defenders, but he backs his way to the 20-metre line. There's less than 7 minutes remaining in this first half. It's been good and competitive, man. Azarko has a hit up, and Kickow is the first man there. Graham at dummy half goes right. This is big Josh Kerr meeting Reed Marnie. Big presence there. And he gets up, plays the ball. Last tackle, Katoa kicks inside his own 40. And Tracy looks like he should take it on the fly.
And he does. Connor Tracy avoids Marcelo Montoya. That's a brave run. That is a brave run from Connor Tracy. Matt Burton's in at dummy half now. Marcelo Montoya will take the second hit up, and that's a good strong run there from Marcelo Montoya. The Dogs are, they're probably on the back foot for the first 30 minutes of the game. They've really these last 5 minutes have taken control, taken the sting out of the Dolphins and what they're doing. But that's a shocking pass there. And Hapoi, though, the try scorer, the big man, he's pushed back though. 4th tackle here from the Dogs. And they go for a Connor Tracy hit up, and he takes it over the halfway line. So are we going to get a Matt Burton special right before halftime here, Sam? He's looking for it. And here it comes. Good luck. He is
don't
bringing extra rain down with that one. And there we go. It's a knock on. Jake Avarillo has knocked that on. He
Well
wanted
done, Matt
none of
Burton.
that smoke.
Well done. He couldn't handle any of that smoke. And now the Bulldogs, man. I think you mentioned it just a couple minutes ago, maybe a minute ago, Terry. The Bulldogs look like they have warmed into the into the contest, mate.
They have, yeah, and it has taken them a while. Now, you know, they were 20-0 down against the Raiders, and they were down to the Roosters last week, and we know they're going to come back in the second half, but they haven't waited for that halftime bollocking from Cam Serraldo to get themselves back into the game here. But Reid Marnie has knocked on at the scrum.
No, what a reprieve for the Dolphins. Oh my goodness.
You can't now Marnie's getting stuck into someone about this. Has he knocked that on? Yeah, he has. Yeah, right at the last minute there, Viliami Kickoff's foot kicked the ball out of his hands, and Marnie shouldn't have got stuck into a Dolphins player. He should have been having a go at Viliami Kickoff. That's what you get for breaking early, though.
Absolutely. And Bostock now has the hit up, one off the ruck, one off the scrum, sorry. 4 minutes remaining. Error is 5-4. Dolphins making one more error in that department as Farnworth struggles to get up with Hapoi on him, and Farnworth does. Graham Wright to Azarko. Azarko looking to atone for the error that he made a few minutes ago. Now Graham scoots to the right-hand side. Oh, Dono! Oh, man, juggled it, and then eventually brought down to terra firma there by Matt Burton. And I think this is fourth tackle. Yes, it is. This is the GOAT, swarmed by Curtis Morin. And he actually made some great post-contact meters afterwards as well. So they're going to kick in about 5 inside Bulldogs territory through Isaiah Katoa, Terry.
Yeah, just a standard end over end bomb, and it's placed nicely there. Tracy, a nice running take on this one here. Blake Tuff screaming for something at the referee, but falls on deaf ears with Todd Smith as Montoya takes a tough carry. And these are all tough carries in this kind of condition. Blake Tuff steps back in. Probably should have stepped out that time, Taffy. As we go on to Viliami kick out, and he pops it off to Matt Burton, who finds Marcelo Montoya, and at the 40-metre line now, the Dogs, they haven't gone to the middle of the field. Matt Burton's in at dummy half, and Connor Tracy will take his 5th tackle hit up, as he does, into the middle of the field. Will we get one more Matt Burton special? Oh, Marnie's had a stinker.
We've got a special, all right, Terry. We've had a special play. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Reid Marnie has had an absolute shocker.
And to add to that, Dante, with one of the comments of the year, they need submarines out there if this was out at Allianz Stadium as well. They need submarines out there now anyway. You could play this game with freaking jet skis. All right,
you need a snorkel and some flippers.
Yes, 100%. But Dolphins don't need flippers, and they're doing pretty all right in the wet weather at the moment as Mark Nichols has the hit up, and it's a 6 again call here. 2-minute warning now, 2 minutes to go in this first half, and the Dolphins, flat friggin' pass there from Graham to Kerr, but Kerr able to get his way to the 20-metre line. Graham left, Katoa left, Nikarima left, Tabarillo, splits them, and then Farnworth left to Bostock, and he fends away, and the Dolphins scored just on the stroke of half time. Oh, well done, Dolphins.
Well done to the Dolphins there on that. Played it perfectly. Herbie Farnworth just played the conditions really nicely. Nikarima takes that. Avarillo. The Dolphins have they've turned up with the game plan tonight, Sam. And yeah, the Dogs came back for about 8 or 9 minutes here, but they finished the half. They've been the better team this half. They deserve to go into halftime with a lead.
Well, you said before that Serraldo may not have given a spray to their Bulldogs, but I think one Bulldog in particular is going to get a fair, stern look at. One Reid Marnie is walking into hell at halftime, bro. He's had a disastrous 120 seconds.
Yeah, and look, there's I'm on Twitter at the moment in between watching this and watching you, and you know, half of them are saying, you know, getting stuck in the Reid Marnie, and the other half are saying, why are you trying to catch a Matt Burton bomb in this weather? Let it bounce and catch it and shut them down. So
Yeah, so Bronson Sherry looked to have created the space there for Avarillo to slice through. I think it was, or maybe it was Sexton. I need to catch another replay of that. But yes, there was a man that zoomed up trying to contain Avarillo. When Avarillo, when he's on and when he runs, he is very hard to contain. He is very quick, Avarillo, on his day. And that just provided enough space there for him to work its way left to Farnworth and then left to Bostock.
Here we go. Isaiah Katoa is lining this up. This will be a great kick if it goes over, and he's nailed it.
Oh, turn it up. Well done, Jermaine Zarko. Well, that was, I think we're still going to have another, we're going to have a kickoff.
We got 20 seconds. Yeah, we got 20 seconds to go here. It was Bronson's area that shot out and left Toby Sexton on an island. And, you know, in these kind of conditions here, Jack Bostock, 6'5", up against Connor Tracy in the wet. All he had to do was get down low. He was always going to score that try there. You see Connor Tracy's reaction to it. He damned if you do situation there from Connor, mate. It wasn't your fault.
Alrighty, so kickoff has commenced. Taken on the full there by Bostock. Josh Kerr, good strong hit up with only a few seconds remaining. Graham at dummy half passes right infield here for, that's Lemuelu out there now. And that should be the final play. No, we got one more play the ball. And this is Mark Nichols who has the hit up. And that is the halftime siren. The goat finishes
Mark
with the ball.
What a first half, Sam. What a first half.
Yeah. Despite the conditions, there's a little bit to talk about, but yes, entertaining and competitive first half there. Dante with a comment here: if Taff is still on the field in the second half, he should get the ball more towards the end of sets as well. His kicks early were pretty good. Yes, we both made mention of that as well. Go the wet track specialist. The Dolphins, says the Emu King. Dante says both Sherry and Wilson shot out. Yeah, fair enough. And he also reckons Turpin should get on and they should pull Reed Marnie. I don't think they should pull Reed Marnie, but I do think Reed Marnie needs to pull his head in because, yes, he was disastrous. Apologies to any Reed Marnie fans.
Yeah, it was a minute and a half, 2-minute spell that Reed Marnie will want to forget to let the Dolphins back into this as the Dogs had taken all the ascendancy. I don't think Wilson had shot out on that. He had rushed up with Zeri because Zeri had made that option and Wilson got caught in no man's land. But, yeah, look, nice finish from the Dolphins. They kept their composure. They were the best team in that first half for about 32 minutes. And, deserve that lead. Deserve that lead, Sam. Now, I'm going to have to leave you for 5 minutes. I've got to go and put my dogs to bed. They're having an absolute conniption out in this weather. But, I'll be back. I'll be back in about 5 minutes to discuss everything that we haven't discussed.
Okay, yes, sir. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I'll just take you off. All right, then. All righty. G'day, everyone. Yes, so 14 points to 8 at halftime. And, wet weather footy. And also it needs to be mentioned that to everybody in Tari, I actually know one or two people, one person up there in Tari at the moment who's, doing it a bit tough at the moment. So thoughts are with you and everybody in Tari. So, yes, a little bit of that weather is in Sydney right now. G'day to the 21 people that are live in the chat. Thank you very much. Terry from Rugby League Outlaws will be back just momentarily. So I do want to ask Terry the question that I'm about to wobble my jaw about, and we haven't organised anything to talk about yet. So I'm going to ambush him in a couple of minutes for when he comes back. But I just want to talk about State of Origin and what it's doing to the clubs of the NRL. I think it's getting to a point where in the next 5 years or so, and please, everybody that's watching right now, please leave your thoughts in the chat and I'll read them out. But I think that it's getting to a point now where I personally want to see the NRL competition stopped for the month of June. You name your State of Origin teams in the last week of May, and then you just get those 3 Origin games done and dusted inside the month of June. And now to ask the question or pose the question, what do you do with the players that miss out on Origin representation? Well, there's one of a handful of ways that you can keep them from getting ring rust, so to speak. I think you can look at internationals, for example, just one-off internationals. It doesn't have to be a tournament or anything. You can have 1 week. It can be New Zealand versus PNG. The next week, you could have yourself Samoa versus Tonga. And then in the 3rd or 4th week of June, you can have yourself a Fiji versus Cook Island sort of contest there. And then what happens to the other set of players that don't play for a month because the NRL competition is shut down? Well, then you elevate the New South Wales Cup in both the men's and females competition, more so directed to the men's competition. And I'll get to the reason why there in a moment. But I think that you can elevate Queensland Cup and New South Wales Cup for the month of June. The month of June is the big month forevermore for the New South Wales Cup and Queensland Cup. So on a Thursday, Friday, even Sunday afternoon, you can have a Queensland Cup game on a Thursday night. You can have a New South Wales Cup game on Friday night, and so on and so forth in the month of June. And then with more teams and more rounds of rugby league to come in, as I see Terry coming back in now, you can have the NRLW competition start back up, as well as you get more teams in the NRLW competition. Therefore, you get more rounds, a longer season in the NRLW. Terry, just as you're coming in, I'm just explaining my opinion on State of Origin, and I know that there's one part of it that you and I do agree with, that we don't want to even talk about State of Origin in the month of April sort of thing. Like, we do prefer our NRL competition for sure. But I think it is getting to a stage where in the next 5 years, we should shut down the NRL competition for a month, and that you have 3 one-off internationals. 1 week, let's say the 7th of June, New Zealand versus Papua New Guinea. Then on the 14th of June is the next international. And then the question beckons, what else happens to those rugby league players that may cop ring rust? You then elevate Queensland Cup and New South Wales Cup to free-to-air television. It already is in Queensland. So on a Thursday night, you could see Scott Drinkwater playing for the Mackay Cutters, or you could see the Newtown Jets versus the North Sydney Bears, and you could see someone like potentially Britton Nikora, that's the first name that comes to mind, playing for the Newtown Jets on a Friday night. You elevate the reserve grade competition for a month. And then if that's not enough, after those 2 suggestions, you've also got the potential of the NRLW season expanding, becoming longer, with more teams eventually going to come into the competition. And the ladies also almost to the point of demanding a bit of a longer season as well. So that I think it's getting to the point now where I think State of Origin needs to shut down for the month of June. The NRL competition needs to shut down for the month of June due to State of Origin.
Well, I put a suggestion on Rugby League Outlaws, not for a month, but for a week. And I said, you pick a 25-man squad. Queensland, New South Wales pick a 25-man squad. Game 1 on a Saturday night. Game 2 on the Wednesday night. So you stop in the game. Obviously, you got the weekend before, and we're not playing for the weekend. You're not playing to the weekend after. But Saturday night, you get Origin 1, and then on the Sunday night or Sunday, you can play Papua New Guinea and Fiji. The Cook Islands can play somebody. Queensland Cup would be great. Queensland Cup versus New South Wales Cup Origin would be pretty sick along their away. Have a Festivus. 12 days of football. Wednesday night we get Origin 2. Have another game on the Thursday. Get the under-20s in. Get the under-18s. Get an SG ball game in there wherever you can. And then Sunday night you're playing game 3, and Origin's over and done with.
It definitely, it's quicker. It's 100% quicker. The players would probably need to be paid a little bit more, just because of the closeness of games only being 4 or 5 days apart. But that's what you get paid the big bucks for, I suppose. But I mean, I don't know what it was like last year, or even the past couple of years. But in the lead up to this year's State of Origin series, I mean, we've had a fair chunk of injuries, and I don't think both Origin teams are at full strength, like they're at their best. And if not, we've seen so many teams that have been copped by injuries this year, I think, in the lead up to State of Origin, that I mean, you look at the Roosters, for example, man, like and Manly Seagulls draw as well is not kind to them throughout the Origin series. I think something needs to be done about the draw. Think maybe next year we could have every team has a draw before round 10, but that means shorter rounds. I don't know what to do, but I think State of Origin is just, I love Origin. It produces the 3 best, highest quality games of every single year, like every calendar year it does. But it's just a bit of a nuisance nowadays with the attrition rate and how much is asked of the players these days, Terry.
I have been on record for many years that Dan and I have had our show, and many years before that on the podcast, that even though I am a rabid Queenslander and I did enjoy the 9 Origin series in 10 years, I just don't care. Wednesday night, for me, used to be to go and play basketball and check the result when I got home. Yeah, to me, Origin's a nuisance, and I know I'm one of the 5% of the people of rugby league fans who feel like that. And I know that more people like Origin than not, but for me, this disrupts my season. This disrupts my viewing time of watching Cronulla. This disrupts your viewing time of watching the Cowboys. So, you know, I know Cronulla are playing this weekend against a Roosters team that are missing 5 Origin players and probably could have been James Tedesco as well. And Emu King says, my opinion is if you have Origin quality players, the draw doesn't matter. But those players aren't available to you during that time. You have a look at the Roosters this weekend. There's a reason the Roosters are paying $4.10 at the tab, is because they don't have those Origin quality players in a game that matters to them this weekend. They're playing a Cronulla Sharks team who are 4 wins in a row, hitting their straps at the right time, and have no players gone to Origin. Like, none. Cronulla went out and have gone, well, we're just going to buy New Zealand internationals because we don't get this problem. We don't get this Origin problem anymore. You have a look at all our rep players. They're Samoa, they're Tonga, they're New Zealand. We don't have anyone in the Australian setup. We just have guys that aren't affected by State of Origin. So this just affects my viewing time. Now, I fully expect Cronulla to belt the Roosters this weekend, and I don't feel any sympathy for the Roosters. But it's the quality of the product goes down the drain. You know, I don't care if Cronulla win this weekend by 2 or by 60. I just want them to win the game of rugby league. But State of Origin is a hindrance to me. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
I'm with you, man. Got a bit of a great minds think alike sort of aspect there, because I've never really cared about Origin. I just, I love, giving it to New South Wales just for the banter and stuff. But well and truly, like, it's like the question goes, like, would you rather see your team win 1 competition in 10 years, or would you rather see your Origin team win 3 years in a row sort of thing? And I will take the Cowboys winning a premiership once every 10 years, every single time.
Mate, so someone said to me, would you rather Cronulla win a game, or would you rather Queensland win an Origin series? And let me tell you this, I'd rather Cronulla win a penalty than Queensland win an Origin series, because I just don't care. No. I really don't.
But again, they produce fantastic games, but their Origin, like, it is still the pinnacle of rugby league. It truly is. The games are absolutely insane, and we've got to wait. So sometimes we'll get a home and away regular season game that is just as good as an Origin game, but we've got to mainly wait until the September rolls around to see that kind of quality of rugby league.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Emu King says, if you have a great quality squad throughout the year, every team has to deal with the Origin period. At the end of the year, nobody can predict the Origin teams. Whilst you can't predict the Origin teams, you generally know about 70% of the players. Like Penrith know, Isaiah Yeo, Nathan Cleary, Liam Martin are definitely gone from their Origin team, and Brian Toto. So they know they're 4 players down, and it's a battle between Dylan Edwards and Tedesco. So they plan that they're 5 players down before anything starts. Now, last year, Lindsay Smith played for Australia, so they're probably sitting there thinking, if Lindsay Smith has a good start to the year, we're 6 players down come Origin time. So, whilst no one's expecting, there's Origin bolters how many Origin bolters are there this year? 3, because Queensland are injured. That's it. Like, you know that you know 70 to 80% of what the Origin makeup's going to be. Like, you know, who the full, Kalen Ponga's going to be in there. You know that DCE and Munster were going to be the halves. I could have told you that at the start of the year. If Murray Tuolungi wasn't injured, I could tell you that he was going to be a winger. You know Hammer's going to be in the team. You know Val's going to be in the team. You know Xavier Coates is going to be in that team. You know Harry Grant's going to be in that team. I've just named 8 players in that you know that's going to be in there. I've named you 6 for New South Wales from one team.
Yes, sir.
You know? So it's to me, I tell you when I enjoyed Origin the most, the end of 2020 when they played it after the season was done and dusted.
Oh, that's controversial.
Went on a bender.
Yeah, that is that's a controversial opinion. But dude, I'm with you. It just, it just really disrupts some teams. And this year, especially more so the Roosters and the Seagulls. But look, that's half time, guys. To everybody that's in the chat, especially Emu King, thank you very much for your
contributions. And we didn't even touch on Adam Reynolds.
Well,
Adam Reynolds to the Tigers. Don't do it, A-Ray.
Don't do it. Well, is it don't do it, A-Ray, or is it don't do it, Tigers? Because how much is A-Ray really going to... How much can he actually provide to the Tigers, man?
I enjoy Adam Reynolds, and I enjoy hating the Tigers. I can't have Adam Reynolds there.
May I say quickly before we get kickoff underway, I'm hating the Tigers at the moment. Can they just shut up? I know they've got some players that are doing them wrong, but can they just shut up and friggin' start going and... Yeah. Anyways, let's stop there because we got time on here for the second half. So are the Dolphins going to get their second or third only win in Sydney ever, as Josh Kerr, good run, or are the Bulldogs going to continue the second half comebacks that they've been on for the past month or so? This here is Connolly Lemuelu, and I'll tell you what, the Dolphins' first 2 plays of the second half have been very strong. He plays the ball on the 30. The Dolphins are running left to right of screen now, and this is the GOAT Mark Nichols. Eventually slammed down to the turf. He plays the ball just short of the 40. Right to Finafuiaki, kick out, comes in like a missile and takes Finafuiaki down. Graham left. This is Avarillo now. That's about the 4th time in this game where he's just had a hit up, one off the ruck, the fullback.
He
did. I thought he bloody bobbled it, and now the Bulldogs have an opportunity, mate.
They do, and Avarillo looked up straight away. Was there ruck interference or no? He's just played that. It may have touched Reid Marnie's boot, but Marnie didn't stick his foot out. That's just a mistake from Avarillo. Very similar to the uncharacteristic errors that we saw from Connor Tracy. I will say this. Todd Smith has nailed every decision in this game.
Yes.
Apart from the Bronson Xerri knockback. Called that straight away, Sam. And speaking of Xerri, he takes the first hit up off the scrum here, and the Dogs will get the first attacking opportunity of the second half. And is that's Hapoi, is it? Yeah, it is Lapoi Hapoi, the try scorer. And he comes in, Kurt Morin now. Tackle 3 here from the Dogs there. Center of the park. Open side here, Sexton inside to Curran. Now, Josh Curran named it prop, but he's been playing wider tonight. He's been playing a lot wider in the park for the Dogs as Burton. He sends Taff on the inside, and that should be 6 again to the Dogs. First knock on there from Nick. The Dogs have got to challenge that. Mark Nichols knocked that on easy decision. I just gave Todd Smith a rap, and his eyes are painted on.
Calm down. Let
his eyes are painted on.
Let him do his captain's challenge here, because I thought it was actually a knock on first from the GOAT Mark Nichols, but
yeah. Is it? Has Todd Smith seen something I haven't?
I think Nichols touches it first.
He has, but Nichols is facing his own try line.
That's a tough one to call, eh?
Nichols facing his own try line. Kick out. I'd hate to be a bunker. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I apologise to Todd Smith.
Oh, this is a very hard one. Oh dear. This is a very hard one to call.
Saying both boys here knocked back, and now Matt Burton's knocked on. Challenge.
Is that right?
No, I'm just making things up here, Sam.
God damn it, Terry.
Captain challenge is unsuccessful. Oh, chalk one up for Todd Smith.
Unlucky,
so
Dogs.
He's called. He has his called Mark Nichols knocked back, Viliami Kikau knocked back, Matt Burton knock on.
But that's not Todd Smith's fault. That was the bunker's fault. So Todd Smith's still having a perfect game so far. Having a great game so far is Todd Smith, and this is a Zarko now.
Well, he got it right because his call was Bulldogs knock on. So Todd Smith.
Yes, sir. And this is Donahue now. I really don't know what position Donahue's playing now that Graham's out there. I'm tripping out. It's Katoa. Oh, set upon, but kicks inside the 40, but Tracy takes it on the full. Oh!
Isaiah Katoa. Jesus, what's got into him? As Matt Burton goes open side to Wilson. And he takes it over the 40-metre line now on tackle 2. So the Dogs have got a little bit of field position here as they're working over to Bronson's area. He takes it up to the halfway line. He's met by a wall of Dolphins players. Now, number 14. Who's the number 14 for the Dogs? That's Jake Turpin. Jake Turpin is on, but so's Reed Marnie. And now it goes to Burton, and Burton kicks in behind the field of play. That'll stay up in the in-goal area, will it? No, it won't.
Unlucky Burton, man. Right idea. Just a bit too much Milo as Bostock taps it on the 20. And good charge, but he stopped just short of the 30-metre line there. They're left of centre, but they're working its way back right infield for Zarko. And Zarko tackled, first tackle, over the 30. They work it back left. Josh Kerr now. He's been monstrous since he's come off of the bench. Stopped on the 40-metre line. Graham left. This is Herbie Farnworth now. And might I say, I want to see a little bit more from Finifuriaki after he's just had an Origin camp experience. Graham, he looks like he's just come out of the Origin camp experience himself. He's been brilliant tonight. Nikarima goes right. Katoa feigned to kick, but put Donahue back under. But the Bulldogs defense was up to it, non-phased. And last tackle here from 40 metres out, Katoa puts it up.
And it's taken by Marcelo Montoya as he goes across field. Katoa shot out of the line there to get first contact on him as Wilson now, as he has all night, is coming off his wing to get involved in some work. He's been very strong in his runs. Open side now to Bronson's area. Takes a nice strong run at the markers there. Connor Tracy in at dummy half. He'll have a scoot. Gets up over the 30. Gets to about the 33-metre line here. The Dogs on tackle 4.
Oh, he's done it again.
He's dropped it. And they've got no challenge.
He's done it again.
Oh, Connor Tracy is having a night. Like, these conditions, Sam. These conditions are... Oh, he has. These conditions are just dreadful. And... What was the young winger, Tom Darby? He had a shocker against the Panthers the other week in the Golden Point, but redeemed it with a try. Let's hope Connor Tracy can score a try tonight because he's on about minus 50 Supercoach points.
From 35 metres out, the Dolphins win the scrum, and it's with Herbie Farnworth now, who makes about 10 metres from the point where the scrum was made, maybe a little bit less than, but here's Mark Nichols now with a hit up, and he's set upon very quickly there by Curtis Morin, dragged back a little bit even, stopped just shy of the 20-metre line. Second tackle, Graham, right, Donahue, right to Josh Kerr. Josh Kerr feigned to flick, but was wrapped up there, and he stopped on the 20-metre line. Got down the short side to the right-hand side. Finifuriaki now with ball in hand, and he gets down towards the 10-metre line. Running left to right are the Dolphins. This is six again now here for the Dolphins. Katoa, left, Donahue. And Cody Nikarima's still out there, and Donahue plays the ball. Graham, left, Katoa. He decides to come back right, dummied and running. The young man backing his way to the try line. He's over the line, and ref is going to call held up here. So got to go back and play the ball on the 10-meter line. Third tackle here. Plays the ball, and this is Josh Kerr just bashing it up the middle. Offloads back to Graham. My goodness, Josh Kerr. Oh, he deserves that, Graham. Absolutely.
We said it, Graham. The minute he came on for Kurt Donahue, he has had an impact on this game. Now, when I said it, I said he had an impact on the game and he's dropped the ball. And I gave him the commentator's curse, but he's bounced back. He's beaten the curse. That is a great run from Josh Kerr and an offload as well.
Oh, wow. That's an awesome moment there for Josh Kerr. But Harrison Graham can put his definitely put his hand up to claim that he is best player on the ground tonight, man.
Yeah, look, I was just going to say to you, if we had another breaking player, that I thought Isaiah Katoa has handled the conditions better out of all the halves on the field, and he's probably got the lead for my 3 points if I had to give them out tonight. But Harrison Graham maybe just shot into contention there.
Yep, he's absolutely right there. Definitely Katoa and Graham. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, Harrison Graham, where's he come from? How many games has Harrison Graham played?
Well, I believe he injured himself in the trial against the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. And he didn't have his first appearance in first grade until about 3 weeks ago. And the Dolphins, well, the way that they've been playing over the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks, they've missed him freaking dreadfully.
Yeah, so this is his 10th game. Now, I've gone onto his Google page here, Sam, and he's got the most unfortunate birth date in history.
Don't say it.
He was born September 11, 2001.
That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not. Why am I laughing? It's very unfortunate. Why am I laughing for? It can be a beautiful day. It's been a day of sadness ever since that point, but it's always. I don't know what to say. Shut up before I put my foot in shit. All right. So we got the Bulldogs set to kick off, and this is still not. This is a very attainable lead to try and rope back in for the Bulldogs, as they've shown. But in these conditions, man, they got to press the go button right now, and Connor Tracy needs to put Velcro on his palms immediately. So balls played, and Mark Nichols now has the second hit up, and met by 4 Bulldogs there up to the 20-meter line. Oh, Terry, you may have nearly got me cancelled there, mate, just quietly. Third tackle.
No chance. No. Hey, we didn't give birth to him, and we didn't pick the day. It's just unfortunate.
If I get cancelled, I'm mentioning Harrison Graham. Cease and desist. Harrison Graham. Oh, that's a terrible play the ball by Donahue. Oh, strike me pink. All right.
The Dogs are getting the opportunity. Now, you can see how bad the rain is on the screen, right, Sam?
Yes.
It's not doing it any justice. It is not doing it any justice. Like, at the end of the game, before you log off, I'll take you outside and show you how bad this rain actually is.
I'm surprised then that you have a friggin' signal.
Well, yeah, I'm quite lucky. I'm at and you're going to see this when you come down and see me in July. But we're at the top of the hill, so we get peak Telstra in this house here as the Dogs go up inside to Blake Taff.
Peak Telstra.
I don't even know if we're.
Oh no!
No, Marcelo Montoya has dropped the ball on tackle 2.
That was due to the hit of Isaiah Katoa, and now kick out. All these two teams are about to absolutely mash each other for the next couple of sets here.
Our boy Harrison Graham has just got hooked.
Oh no! Well, he might need a friggin' breather.
Yeah.
And Raystone. Oh, whoa! That is holy smokes! Who was that? That was Mr. Turpin. Yes, and bloody hell, Raystone colliding. That was pretty big. All right, there's 10 minutes gone inside this second half. Nikorima kicks on the 4th tackle, taken on the full by Tracy.
Open side kick there. There was a bit of space there. Nikorima saw it. Some nice eyes up footy. But yeah, Connor Tracy easily able to take that one as Blake Wilson now back off his wing for some work here, and he's pushed back to about the spot where they played the ball the first time. Bronson Zeri now takes it up over the 30 on tackle 3. Good strong run from Bronson. He's getting himself nicely involved tonight. Reed Marnie in at dummy half. Goes short to Connor Tracy, who throws it to Blake Wilson. There's a bit of space there, but not too much. Bostock comes up and makes a nice tackle there with Herbie Farmworth, and they go open for one more play here. Connor Tracy on tackle 5 at the about 57 metres out here. Slow play the ball over to Burton, who just puts an up and under in. That should be nicely taken here.
Osako does take it. He stepped away from one, but Montoya
away
held
from
on
that
to
sideline, son.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now ball's in field for Max Fengai. 3 defenders meet him. So 11 minutes gone in the second half, and this is Avarillo darting down the right-hand side. Gee whiz, Burton may have got the leg up there, but not mention of a trip, but it just looked awkward there for a moment as Katoa from dummy half left to Finifuriaki, and he's met there by Marnie. This is 4th tackle. They're still inside their own 30 here. What happens here? This is Josh Kerr. He makes a pretty strong 10-meter carry to the 40-meter line. Great play by him. And this is Katoa kicking just beyond the 40-meter line. I thought Wilson's backtracking. Yep.
Just beyond there. Now, that was a good defensive set there from the Dogs, and an even better kick from Isaiah Katara gets them out of trouble. A nice kick chase there. There's Bronson Zeri now gets them up over the 30 on tackle 2. Look, I know the Dogs are behind, but this is the time where they really start to flex their muscle and show why they're top of the comp. As big Kofusi looks like he's coming back on now as a scoot here from dummy half from Reed Marnie on tackle 4. They're at the halfway line here. Turpin in at dummy half, and he throws the ball to big Harry Hayes, and he's getting some post-contact meters here. Keep going, son. Drive them legs. Slow play the ball, though. That's the last two 5th tackles the Dogs have had slow play the balls, and that's easily swallowed by Katoa.
Veteran play there by Azarko, and then Katoa from dummy half left for Fengai. This is a bit of rinse repeat here for the Dolphins. But Katoa's kicking game has been exceptional. They've been getting them out of trouble for sure. Now Bostock will get up and play the ball. 3rd tackle. Kofusi has now entered the paddock once more, up over the 30-meter line. Josh Kerr absolutely breathing in the big ones, and he absolutely has worked his ass off as Herbie Farnworth gets up over the 40-meter line by a couple of meters, by about 4 meters actually. And now Katoa with ball in hand on the last. Marnie chasing, but Katoa does get the kick away.
Does get the kick away. Not one of his better ones under pressure. Marcelo Montoya takes that. He's up about 35 meters out from his own line here. And it's gone to Blake Taff, and he makes it to the 40-meter line on tackle 2. So the Dogs are just starting to get a little bit of field position, but time's ticking against them, and the scoreboard is not in their favour as Connor Tracy has his run, and he was halted. And now that's out to Harry Hayes, who's had a big impact on this game. Mr. Hayes. There's Reed Marnie in at dummy half. Now the Dogs caught the ball on near the 40-meter line, and they haven't made many meters this set. In fact, they're disappointing set for them here. 5th tackle here. They made 26 meters, and Burton absolutely collects the leather off that ball. No one goes for it. Curran goes for the kick. Todd Smithways play on.
Avarillo swoops onto the ball, bouncing around there. This here is Azarko, steps away from kick out, and he's eventually brought down. This is 2nd tackle. Katoa left. This is for Fengai once more. Yeah, you're right, man. The Bulldogs, they're just starting to turn the screw a little bit there, but that set offensively from then was disappointing. Didn't make enough headway. That's a terrible play, the ball from Bostock, and Todd Smith calls for it. So this is a huge opportunity now for the Bulldogs, Terry.
Yeah, and look, I'm just first comment. I'm absolutely spamming your YouTube channel on Twitter tonight, Sam. So I apologise for anyone who's following me on this, but it says the playing surface is amazing for what it's been put through, and yeah, you got to agree. A core stadium, if this was at Allianz, mate, they'd be playing water polo this second half. But yeah, look, the Dogs, they've been turning the screws the last couple of minutes. They've got to capitalise on this opportunity now as Marcelo Montoya takes it up, and now it's with Josh Curran. He's at the 30-meter line. The Dogs need to score points here, Sam. They need a try. It's Turpin out to Sexton and he's turned it inside there to Bronson Zeri, who looks at the referee for a high shot. Todd Smith's having none of it. Burton, the dummy on the inside, and he gets up over the 10. Here we go. They need a quick play of the ball here, the Dogs. Reed Marnie's in at dummy half, and he goes short side and did absolutely nothing with it. Curran onto Turpin. Turpin turns inside my boy Harry Hayes. And here we are, fifth tackle. Open side here. Burton, what's he going to do? Is he going to kick? Is he going to run? He puts a grubber kick in. And nicely taken by Avarillo, and that should be a goal line dropout.
Oh, man, have a go at the friggin' water splashing about at the moment. But great bravery there shown from Avarillo, just getting straight down. Kickout was steaming onto it, bounced Qatar away.
Yep. And look, for a makeshift fullback, Jake Avarillo has had a really, really good game tonight. A really good game. He's been... I know he's made a couple of mistakes, but he hasn't been punished for them yet. He's been pretty safe. He's been on the spot for the Dolphins. So yeah, they're getting some big performances here. Are the Finns as Katoa goes low, and it's trapped there. Is that by my boy? No, it is. No, that's Luke Smith. That's Luke Smith. I thought it was Harry Hayes again, but here's Mr. Hayes with the ball as we get a 6 again for a ruck infringement. And the GOAT, Mark Nichols, is having none of that run from Harry Hayes. Says, get back in your box, son. You're only a rookie. Josh Curran here has the run. This is the second tackle here from the Dogs. They've been churning for some field position. They're in the attacking zone now. Sexton, there was no one with him. The Dogs had space then. Where was his support runners? Quick play the ball. And here we go. Jake Turpin scores the mullet. Oh, it's forward pass. No try, Sam.
I thought it was forward.
Todd Smith. Oh, Todd Smith breaking hearts. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
Now I don't know.
That's fine. That pass. Oh my God! After some of the passes that were let go last weekend, which team was it that scored off the 9-meter forward pass? Oh, it was Ezra Mam.
Yeah.
Ezra Mam's 9-meter Tom Brady pass, and they want to call that one. Get out of town, Todd. Not your fault.
Oh, there's another. Don't even get me started on bunker ruling on forward passes, mate. In try scoring situations, there's another example of it. All right, but the Bulldogs, they should get confidence out of that, knowing that they can still break this Dolphins defense now. But Francis Molo gets them further away from danger. But it's only third tackle. They're still inside. Well, they're about 20 shy of halfway here. This is Kofusi now, shortening that gap to halfway by about 5 meters or so. Fourth tackle. This here is Ray Stone. Oh, smacked there by Jake Turpin. I think that may have been. Stung him a bit. Certainly stung him. This is last tackle. Katoa kicking 5 short of halfway.
And it's taken there by Connor Tracy. He goes across field to try and get the open side field position for the Dogs on tackle 1. And the Dolphins have done very, very well to repel that little spell there from the Dogs. Now, I know the Dogs should have scored a try, but the Dolphins are now turning the field position back and the screws back on the Dogs as Bronson Zeri makes it to the 30-meter line on tackle 3. Here, the Dogs will feel a little bit aggrieved about this as Bailey Haywood goes for a scoot. A nice run there. He's up to the 45 on tackle 4, and it's given to Burton, and Burton goes for a run, but he's taken out a play for a kick now. And what's happening here? No, it's just called normally, and it'll go. Oh my Lord! What has happened here? Todd Smith's given a penalty. Oh, that was Kurt Donahue who raced out. Oh my God. Reed Marnie was having none of that. Of course, he's in there, the pest. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's legitimately nothing wrong with that.
There is absolutely nothing. Don't challenge it. Like, he's not in the air.
No, his foot is still on the ground when Donahue makes contact. It's just Sexton momentum, Donahue momentum.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he ends up in a dangerous position, but
I mean, that's footy.
They got to do something about Reed Marnie coming in like that. They've absolutely got to do something about Reed Marnie coming in like that. He can't be going in like that.
Emu King in the chat even asking, how is that a penalty?
That's not a penalty.
It just looks spectacular, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, look, there's a little bit, unless if Reed Barney goes to the sin bin now, no one should be sent to the sin bin, Todd Smith. No one should be.
Unless it's Reed Barney.
But not even Reed Barney. I know he's third. Well, technically, yes, he was third man in.
And he's a dickhead.
Oh. So Burton with lucky.
Todd.
Lucky.
You have some bollocks there, Todd.
Well, look, it turns about fair play. It should have been a try to the Bulldogs, and now they get a little bit of justice here with a penalty that probably shouldn't have been, man.
Look, the dogs get themselves back on. The Dogs get themselves back on the attack here, as I'm letting everyone know that that's not a penalty. But here we go. Reed Marnie taps it open side. Harry Hayes putting his hand up for some more work. We've got 20 minutes to go in this contest. The Dogs aren't out of it. They score a try here. It's game on to everybody. Marnie goes open side. Here we go. Josh Curran takes it to the middle of the field on tackle number 2 here. Open side here. Haywood, Sexton. Turns it inside to Zeri. Having a good game, Bronson Zeri. Having a really, really good season. Open here for Burton. Burton inside to Taff. Taff spots a little bit of a gap. We got 6 again here. Marnie scoots from dummy half. Inside the 10 metres here. Toddy's found that. The Dogs here. What can they do? They're not showing much at the moment. Just a lot of inside balls. They don't want to challenge going towards the sideline. It's Matt Burton with a strong run here, and he's taken over the top from Nicarima and Donahue, and it comes open. Haywood hasn't really stamped his authority on the game. They've gone again open, and Viliama Kikau was knocked on.
It was just way too sideways. Not enough punch forward.
There was absolutely nothing doing from the Dogs in that set there. They would have got. They could have had 10 sets on the Dolphins lines. They weren't scoring a try right then. There was nothing, no creativity at all.
Now I got to give my mum a bit of credit. She actually tipped the Dolphins tonight because she said that Stephen Crichton has been the player that has unlocked them for the better part of 3 weeks, and that really scared the crap out of me, honestly. And right now, they wouldn't mind having Stephen Crichton out there right now, Terry.
No, they wouldn't. There's a few players as well. I think Jacob Preston has been absolutely enormous for the Dogs this year as well, but can't keep himself off. He's only got himself to blame for what happened. But look, good on Mum. She's she's bang on it. She's absolutely bang on it, Sam.
At the moment, absolutely.
Stephen Crichton has been one of the form players of the competition.
Yep. As Finafuiaki now has the ball. And so the Dolphins here haven't been able to make too many meters. What can Francis Molo do? He makes about 12 meters on that play, straight up the guts, like the Bulldogs should have been doing a moment ago. And now the ball is in the hands of Katoa, and he kicks from about 5 meters short. But it's shanked. And it's going to be a fresh set here for the Dolphins. It's taken off by Azako. Oh, why didn't he pass 15 field? Oh, now it's kicked over the sideline. Oh, no, Max Feenline.
What is Azako doing? No. Azako had to throw that ball.
But then he did. Oh, but where's the advantage going to come from? I think it's going to be Dolphins ball anyway.
That's an absolute shocking play from Azako. Didn't pass the ball on the inside and then throws it at the feet of Max Fainai,
who then kicked it into touch.
Well, he didn't mean to. It was pegged at his legs, Sam. He did. He did. He's had a clearance. He's had a goal. I think this is Bulldogs ball. It is.
It's Dolphins ball. One at the back and it's thrown left, 40 meters out. Lemuelu fighting in the tackle. Makes about 10 meters here as Ray Stone.
Underrated player, Connolly Lemuelu.
Oh, mate, I did not like the day that he signed on the dotted line as a Cowboys
fan. I was about to say, imagine if you had him and you let him go.
Thank you,
No,
Terry.
no,
All right, so
no.
now play on. It's the third tackle. Donahue left. Katoa left. Nikarima. Flat ball for Lemuelu.
Tackle Toby
Lemuelu plays the
Sexton.
ball quick. Nikarima darts. Did he catch
That should
anybody
be 10.
offside? Yes,
Should
he
be.
did. It's 6
He
again.
did.
Farnworth now scoots and scores.
Yes,
Dolphins
Herbie, son.
are on the verge of winning in Sydney for only the second or third time and winning against the Bulldogs for the first time in their history and winning 13 plus.
Do you know who one of the teams are that the Dolphins have beaten in Sydney?
Yes.
My Sharks. They were up 24-0. And 22-0. They were up 22-0 before Cronulla stormed back, got in the lead, and then the Hammer scored the try of all tries. And speaking of players that you don't want to see going else, you've got Finafuiaki. What about the Hammer? How did you guys ever let the Hammer go?
Oh, mate, what are you doing?
I'm not your favourite person, am I?
No, you're one of my favourite people, of course, Shard, mate. Well, what are you giving me PTSD for? I'm going freaking back in time. But yes, no, I hate that we let Hammer go, and I did not like that we let Lemuelu go. But look, it is what it is. It's been a couple of years now, but Dolphins. Look,
yeah. Emu King has said I'm with Sam's mum on the one-man doggies call. Absolutely, Stephen. No Crichton, no party. Yeah, with mum.
The one man
win for the mum.
Win for mum.
Yeah. Herbie should be able to play Origin. No, he shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't.
Herbie Farnworth was born in England. He has a thick English accent. He should not be able to play Origin.
Yes. But he has been living in Australia since he was, 12 years old? I think the story was the other day.
Blake. He can't play Origin.
All righty. Oh, dear. All right, but yes, I don't know if they're a one-man band, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, but they're definitely missing Crichton's creativity at the moment.
They are, yeah. And I mean, look at the battle that we've been ripped off there. The two best centers in the game, and one of them can't play tonight because he's in some stupid camp.
The kickoff. Oh, it's not back by the Dolphins, only just by Farnworth. So the Bulldogs, they got to pull off their all-time miracle. With 15 minutes to go, they got to score 3 converted tries. Oh, now it's a penalty, though. Well, that makes things just a whole lot harder, doesn't it?
Herbie has just given Reed Marnie an absolute spray. Told him what we're all thinking about him.
Absolutely. Well, they can absolutely kill the game off right here and now as Katoa shoots for touch. Oh, not too many meters made on that occasion. So they're going to tap the ball still
inside. Football now from the Dolphins. It's all that's needed.
Yep, absolutely. Farnworth taps right to Nikarima, right to Molo, and Molo fights his way to the halfway line. Well done by Molo. Still waiting to play the ball. He does so now. Donahoe right to Katoa, dummied, and very, very flat ball to Finafuiaki. And Donahue now darts to the left to Katoa, left to Keeley. I think that's back out there. And they've gotten to the 30-meter line. Third tackle left goes Donahue to Nikarima, and then he puts Herbie Farnworth back under, beats one tackle, gets up over the 20-meter line. He's encroaching the 10-meter line here is Herbie Farnworth.
So good.
It certainly is, and he hasn't had the greatest of games tonight, but he's warming up now, isn't he? Nikarima runs before passing to Katoa, puts the kick in, and it's just ping-pong ball at the moment, but it's knocked on there by the Bulldogs. 6 again for Nikarima here, running, then passes to Azarko, passes way left in field for Avarillo. He runs a bit, beats one. Can he offload? No, he's eventually brought down. This is a penalty now. Well, they can now kill it again. They have to take the 2, man, and go 28-8 up and be over 3 converted tries in front now. This is just about ball game.
Yeah, this will absolutely be ball game here. I think he's called a penalty for offside. Is that what the call was? Either way, the Dogs will go into this game here, and they'll take the 2, and it'll be over. Now, some interesting stats from this game in the head-to-head. This is the 3rd game between the Dolphins. The Dogs have won the previous 2 games that they have played here, and both of them have been at neutral venues. So this is the first time that one of these teams has had home ground advantage.
Yo.
Yeah, and
Well, look,
the dogs haven't capitalised on it.
I am going to give the benefit of the doubt here to Azarko. Now, I might do him in here, but I'm going to give him the 2 points. I think they are going to go 28-8 up. If he misses, I might get an email from Azarko later on tonight. So Azarko, he shoots. Oh, he's missed it! It's bounced off the post, and I've done him in, Terry.
Oh, you've absolutely commentators cursed him here as the dogs. They've got they're on life support as Harry Hayes has another hit up. I feel like all I've said is Harry Hayes tonight. Some trivia for you. Where have the 2 games between the Dogs and the Dolphins been played prior to this game in Sydney, Sam?
One of them was in Bundaberg.
Both of them have been in Bundaberg.
Oh, very good.
Very good, Sam. You know what you're doing.
Sometimes, man.
There you go. Hey, was Tom Gilbert a Cowboy as well before he went to the Dolphins?
Yes, Terry. Yes, the Dolphins pitched them all, mate.
Is there anyone else?
Lemuelu, Gilbert, Hammer. Oh, that's a high shot, isn't it? Yeah, that's a high shot.
Yeah, it is. It's a high shot.
Finifuriaki. I think there may have been one more. So,
few.
I like Dolphins, but not that much as you can appreciate.
Yeah.
Emu King, he's got a 5 a.m. start tomorrow. Great call, legends. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you for joining. Look. I'll say this about the Emu King. He's brought some passion with his comments tonight, hasn't he?
Yes, he's got his whipped up.
Kate Revel, great call. When's the next one? Next time Sam invites me on, but he didn't ring me last week, Kate. He rang Dan, so you have a chat to him.
Now, in my defense, I didn't know if you were back from your lovely holiday away yet, Terry. And Dan had asked me the question. I didn't call. Dan reached out. But anyways, that's some behind the scenes that's gone live right there. So I'll leave that there just for now. All right. So 9 minutes to go. Third tackle. Dolphins are on the attack from 30 meters out. Katoa's now got the ball. He just stood like a statue. Then Nikarima, then right to Finifuriaki. He broke the tackle and he got up to the 20-meter line. Played the ball. Fourth tackle. Scoot to the right. Katoa receives the ball, running against the grain. Katoa's been amazing tonight, man. Katoa is eventually brought down. 10-meter line. Play the ball. Last tackle. Nikarima puts the kick up. Bostock chasing. Taken. Didn't have to jump up for it. Offloaded back. Farnworth. It's a 6 again here for the Dolphins. Oh, geez, Struth. This is zero tackle. First tackle, I should say. Farnworth plays the ball on the extreme left edge. Lemuelu puts his head down, arse up, and has a hit up. Stop just before the try line. Second tackle. This is swung out to the right. And big Frankie Molo is stopped 10 meters out. Second tackle. 8 minutes to go, or 8.5 minutes to go. Katoa now, right to Nikarima, right at the back. To Fingai, and Fingai knocks the ball on.
Dropped it.
Strong contact, Burton.
Oof. Absolute strong tackle there from Burton. And look, I'm going to say this: the Dogs. It's game over. The Dolphins have won this. They're just in damage control now.
No, they have. Like the game was over effectively when Farnworth scored.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, look, the Cowboys scored 3 converted tries in 7 minutes against Manly back in 2022. That was amazing in itself. But this would be something very different.
Yeah, this would be something very different. But there's another Cowboys game where they've done that as well, and I've got to talk to you about this one offline. So remember to bring it at the end of this game. Remember to bring it up so we can tell the viewers about my first memory of the North Queensland Cowboys. Sam,
okay,
I'll bring that one up for you now. But as the Dogs here, it's just going from bad to worse. And then as Bronson there, he knocks on. Oh, and they've kicked it dead. They'll go back for the first knock on here. But yeah, Bostock kicked that into Belmore. Oh, could have been lights out there.
Alrighty. Yeah, just too many errors. And they're still missing the likes of Tupanua, obviously Stephen Crichton. Jacob Carraz is out. Max King is out. They've still fought very hard tonight, the Bulldogs, but the Dolphins, they've got their own outs as well with Gilbert and Amiso Tapuaifido as well. But yeah, just too many outs. But I gave them the benefit of Frank Molo now scores. He deserves that big time. Dolphins now hitting 30 points.
Now, look, Francis Molo is a terrible set of lads. He is an absolute terrible set of lads. But a very, very underrated pickup for the Dolphins, and he has been massive for them tonight. Yeah,
he has. Yeah, just offload central in the weather. And you said it almost 5 minutes into the game, Terry, that it looked like that the Dolphins had adapted to the conditions a lot better, a lot quicker, a lot smarter than the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. But again, I must reiterate that the Bulldogs are missing 5 or 6 players here tonight, and just too many errors in the end from the Bulldogs. Still lots of errors from the Dolphins themselves, but it's been an Isaiah Katoa masterclass again. And you look at players like Dylan Brown, Terry, who's going to get 1.4 or whatever it is next year onwards for Newcastle. This Isaiah Katoa can absolutely lay claim to being a $1 million player in the next couple of seasons.
Well, I tell you what, like, and I am an unabashed fan of him, and you know that my love for Jamal Fogarty will not be topped or tainted. No. But how he is getting half of what Dylan Brown is getting is just absolutely bamboozling. But whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's all I can say.
Yeah. But yeah, so Isaiah Katoa, probably my man of the match tonight, but very closely followed by Harrison Graham, Terry.
Yeah, I would absolutely give Isaiah Katoa the 3 points. I think 2 points Harrison Graham, and look, I just said that he's a terrible set of lads, but I think Frank Molo has been awesome.
There was that stint by Josh Kerr as well, but no, yes, Frank Molo probably has just had a few more minutes than Kerr and put in a little bit more than Kerr for sure. As the Dolphins now, through Frank Molo, the try scorer, making meters. Yeah, I don't know what to make about the Bulldogs' attack tonight as well. They had their spine. They had Hayward at lock. Yeah, they just needed more from the edges.
Now, look, the Dogs are right to be peeved that 18th man for Origin, Kurt Mann, couldn't play tonight. And I think that's Kurt Mann has been pretty massive for them. Also missing Max King. That's a drop ball from Connor Tracy. 6 again here for the Dolphins, Sam.
Alrighty, so 4 minutes remaining. Can they stick the friggin' boot in even further here, the Dolphins, as Finifuiaki takes charge and gets up over the 20-meter line by a meter or so. He plays the ball. Ball goes out left from dummy half. 6 again, Katoa. Left to Molo. Onto...
Give up a field goal.
Disrespectful, dirty field goal. Yes, of course, it's Donohoe. Scoots to the right-hand side, dummies, and then passes to Keeley. He hops and then is taken down. Absolutely, you could. Second tackle, 3.5 minutes to go. Donohoe goes right. Katoa runs and selects Avarillo to go back under. And Avarillo with the pace. He's, as you said before, he's been very solid tonight at fullback. Well done to Avarillo. Well done to the Dolphins.
I'll take 1 point off Francis Molo because he is a terrible set of lads, and I'll give it to Jake Avarillo.
Poor bugger, just for having a bad set of lags. Far out. All right. So 36 points to 8. I don't think anybody saw this scoreline coming tonight.
Mum did. Your mum did.
Yes,
she saw it.
Well,
She
not
did.
the scoreline, but she got the tip right. She got the tip right.
We don't know.
I can't.
She never told you what she thought the score was
I,
going to be.
oh, yeah.
There she is.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. All right. All right. The bunker has been raided.
Go Raiders.
Go. No.
Go
Raided.
Raiders.
All right. Well,
Get
yes.
off.
Warriors. Yes.
Get out.
Yeah. All right. All right. You're acting like a Tottenham Hotspur fan that's just won after 17 years. Hey. How about
Are
the
you a
Spurs?
Spurs fan?
No. I'm an Arsenal fan. Is that worse?
Commiserations. You have to give us a guard of honour.
Yeah, but you're a Liverpool fan, so yeah, you know. I do. Yes, I got to give you a guard of honor, all right, don't I? Well, we're talking about all other sports right now because
this one's over.
This one is
has
done.
been a masterclass from the Dolphins from the
I'll
get-go.
tell you. Speaking of masterclass, how about the Pacers today, Terry? Holy smokes!
Who's your NBA flavor?
Oh no! Look, I at the moment until Seattle Sonics come back into it, I'm gonna and they look to be expanding. I'm a Spur at the moment, mate.
You're a Spur. So I was a Seattle Supersonics fan growing up as a kid.
Yo,
and I never left. I just went with the Thunder.
Oh, you're a Thunder. Oh, true, man. True.
Yeah. Kevin Durant got drafted, and I just stayed with him. You know, it is what it is. The Sonics gave me some great memories, and I just thought, well, I'll just carry them memories over to the new team, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it now. But I've still got my Sean Kemp jersey from 1995.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit. Fits my kids.
That's a forward pass to Lemuelu. Now it's Donahoe running from 20 meters out.
Oh, they're in again.
Are going to concede 40 points tonight, and that is Donahoe. He's acting like that's his first try in the NRL. So well done to Donahoe. He's been exceptional the past fortnight, and the Bulldogs have conceded 40 points. And Terry, our conversation about stopping the competition for a little portion of time is ringing even louder and truer.
The Dolphins have just gone to that. They wanted to play this game tonight. Look, what is the Dogs have been touched up by the two Brisbane teams this year. 40 points in both games. This is showing some vulnerability and some depth issues here for the Dogs. They've got a great 1 to 17, probably 18, 19 players. But, their depth has really been tested tonight. But as you said, I am with you. Whether you shut the comp down for a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, it needs to be shut down because this, full strength, everybody would pick the Dogs to beat the Dolphins at home on a Thursday night if the game was played at Belmore.
To the 13 odd people in the chat, look forward to 2027 Seattle Supersonics chat with Terry and Wobble and Jaw. Look forward to that. That'll be good times, man.
That will. I don't know if they'll be in 2027. I think they're going to go Vegas first. They'll have to bring in second. Yeah, they'll have to bring another team in as well. I don't know if it'll be Seattle.
Wouldn't they just go both in at the same time?
Yeah, hopefully they do. I won't be going back to Seattle though.
Oh, really? You're going to stay with the Thunder, are you?
I have an OKC tattoo on me, so hopefully it's going to have a championship trophy underneath it.
Well, bro, yes, 100%. You won game 1, if I'm not mistaken.
We did. Yes, we did. Now, I have watched 3 games in the playoffs, and each 3 times the Thunder have lost. So I won't be watching another game this year.
Pull the plug, Terry.
Pull the plug. Yeah, just get the box scores. Watch a replay.
Well, look, to the 8 people who are on the edge of their seats right now, thinking, are the Dolphins about to score 50 points?
Can we?
Can we get 50 points?
Can we get 50?
It's taken on the full there by Bostock.
Are we going to get a 50 burger?
20 seconds to go. Bostock plays the ball, and now it's in the hands of Lemuelu. Gets up over the 40-meter line. 15 seconds to go. I don't think we're going to get 50 points, mate. Donahoe right to Cody Nikarima, right to Katoa, and then right to Finafuiaki. He's taken down, and this is third tackle with a few seconds remaining. Right to Katoa. Katoa running, dummying, takes the tackle, and congratulations to the Dolphins for winning for just the second, maybe third time in Sydney. on their first trip to Accor Stadium. 44 points to 8 in an Origin-affected contest. And Isaiah Katoa has been masterful tonight, followed up by Harrison Graham, mate.
Yeah, Harry, Herbie Farnworth was good. Jake Averillo was good. Frankie Molo was enormous for them. Shout out to Kurt Donner, who broke his nose in like the second or third tackle of the game for the Dolphins. And has come back on and scored a try and put in a great performance. The try right before half time for the Dolphins, a catalyst. I don't know, because the Dogs were going in with momentum, and Cameron Serraldo would have turned around and said, "We played terribly, and it's level. We can go and win this game." And then his whole speech had to be changed. The Dolphins went in with the momentum, carried it on in the second half. 30 unanswered points, 36 unanswered points in total. Tremendous performance from the Dolphins, and the Dogs. They got to go back to the drawing board, Sam.
Yeah, and not to stick the boot too far in, but it was about 2 minutes of madness from Reed Marnie that led to that try just on halftime as well. So that is indeed where the game
couldn't have happened to a better bloke.
No, well, yes, a lot of people would be saying that for sure, man. So I think we've covered off our mans of the matches. It was just dominance by the Dolphins since they came out of the sheds at halftime. And I think something needs to be done about State of Origin for sure, because that's a bit unfair on Bulldogs.
Now, I want to take you on a trip down memory lane, Sam, as this game is over. You want to go a trip down memory lane? Now, this is my first meeting with the North Queensland Cowboys.
Take me there.
Happened in Penrith in 1998. Do you know the game I'm talking about, Sam?
Yes, I do.
You do. Now, the Penrith Panthers in the first half can only be described as awesome, right? But what my memory of this game is, and my mum's here as well, and we were only talking about this the other day, but we had season tickets at about the 30-metre line at Penrith, and behind us was a family of cowboys, and they had these big yellow cowboy hats, and I'm talking like oversized yellow cowboy hats, right? Now, it was 24-0 or 26-0 at halftime, and the dad has looked at his kids and he's looked at his wife and he said, "Do you want to go home?" And she's turned around and said, "We've spent all this money coming down from Townsville. We're not going home." Do you remember what happened, Sam?
To this day, it is equalled, though, by the Dolphins' effort over the Gold Coast Titans. But the Cowboys returned and won 34-28 or 34 points to 26 in the equal biggest comeback in NRL history. And you were there for that game, dude.
36 points to 28. I was there at that game. And my memory of this specifically comes from Noah Nandruku in the second half, just going absolutely mental. And my brother looking at me and saying, "I didn't even know he'd left Canberra."
Oh my! And he scored 4 tries in that game, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody else scored 4 tries in that game.
No, he got a hat trick. Ryan Girdler scored 2 in front of us, and Nadruku got 3. But the player that, apart from Nadruku, the player that I remember killing it for you guys, and I can never remember his first name, but it was Duneman.
Ian.
Absolutely. Was it Ian or was it Andrew?
Oh, now you got me down to myself. I think it was Ian. Got to Google it now.
Andrew Duneman. It was
Andrew.
Duneman. Yeah, Andrew Duneman absolutely destroyed Penrith. And Josh Hannay was a player for the Cowboys at that time as well. Kicked 4 from 7.
I believe Paul Bowman was floating around the traps back in the late 90s as well.
I don't think Bowman played. Dale Shearer played. Dale Shearer definitely played. Jason Ferris, Cronulla boy, played as well. One of the Walters brothers was in your team. And Oh, who's the big lug? Ian Roberts. Ian
Yeah,
Roberts
yeah, Roberts would
was,
have been around.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe
So
Buttigieg, John
yeah,
Buttigieg, maybe.
yeah, and the other one that I remember was Death, but they were
Jason.
calling him Death. They're calling him
Yes.
Death. Brother, it's Death. Just
Yeah,
accept
bro.
it. Accept
Yes.
it. That's my first memory of the Cowboys, Sam. That was my first encounter, first game I ever watched of the North Queensland Cowboys. So I thought I'd share that with you tonight.
Man, that's actually amazing. I've never met anybody that was there at that game, bro. So that's actually really, really cool. Wow. All right. Well, not speaking of, but look, we got the question before. When are we going to do this next? I'm just looking into the draw here, Terry. So I'm not available this weekend. I am available next Friday night. Are you available next Friday night?
What is the game next Friday night that you are thinking? Because 6 o'clock probably won't work for me.
8 o'clock next Friday.
8 o'clock Dragons Knights?
Yes.
I am not touching Newcastle, Sam. I'm calling the Knights. I'm calling the Dragons. You can have the Knights.
But we're going to do Dragons versus Newcastle next Friday.
Let's do it. Let's lock it in.
Let's do it. All right. We'll talk about a fucking sour lolly to look forward to just quietly. But yes, no, I am looking forward to it, mate. Definitely looking forward to it with you. But holy shit! All right, Dragons versus Newcastle. It is. We love our rugby league.
Well, I'll see you next week, Sam.
All right then, but to everybody, thank you very much for coming in, sticking with us. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Go your team, and I'll see you guys next episode. Thank you. Take care. Adios.